Hello, thank you for joining me. You're watching Esther from Stampin' Star Creations. Today I wanted to showcase this beautiful paper. It's called the Delightfully Detailed Laser Cut Speciality paper. So don't worry about the long title, worry about the paper. It comes in a package like this, and it has layers of tissue paper in between to protect it. And you get 12 sheets in total. This beautiful lace looking designed paper with these floral and faunas all over it. You could do a lot with this paper. You can colour it, you can cut bits out, lots and lots. So you get 4 sheets of those, and then you also get a whole sheet of this one here. Now I wonder if I could pull this one out. Oh, let's just put it out and properly show you then. So although it's delicate paper, I think it's still quite sturdy to use, so it's obviously sturdy enough to colour. So it comes with a sheet with 6 designs, and you've got some designs for borders as well here. So what I'm going to do is to use this lovely oval one today, but I wanted to show you what can be achieved when you actually emboss the paper, and I'm going to show you how I did that as well. So here I've used the floral one in copper. I've used the silver, what I call the clockwork one, and put some white circles behind it. This is the gold vines, and then this one here, which has gone and got some muck on it. You might not be able to see it from the video, but I've triple embossed this just to give it the extra depth, and I love it against the yellow. Just a disclaimer, when you triple emboss this, I found that for some reason it did go sticky. It's got a slightly rubbery, sticky texture, so just be warned of that. But these ones seem to be fine. When they're embossed once, it doesn't seem to have the same issue. So today I thought we'd use the copper again. It's always advisable to have work on a couple of different sheets. So we've got an A6 size white cardstock. You might recognise this colour. It's a returning colour, mint macaron. Cut that down to 5 1/4 by 3.5 inches. And then just a piece big enough for me to cut out a happy birthday sentiment. Now, I was all ready, and I've got lost a piece already. I'll be back until I can find this piece. This is what I was looking for. This is our multi-purpose adhesive sheet, and I'm going to showcase this to you today. Oh, it's a day of losing things. Oh, I found it, right. Dear. So this comes in a long sort of 12 by, I think it's about 6-inch pieces, and then I've cut this down so that it will fit my my piece of card that I want to cut the sentiment out of. Now if you get this situation where you're struggling to peel corners, if you bend a dog ear into it, that helps to be able to push it back and release the corner. Now you want to peel off the bit with the wording on, and that reveals a sticky side, and it's the sticky side that we're going to get stuck down onto our piece of mint macaron cardstock. So this is great for detailed die cutting. So that's stuck to that, and I'm going to run it through the die cut machine, and so it will say happy birthday, and then it will be ready to stick down onto our card. I've gone and cut the happy birthday out, and then all I've got to do now is peel off the backing for that ready to stick onto my card. So let's get on with embossing this. I'm going to lift this top sheet, and then I'm going to use our Versamark, and you're literally going to just press the Versamark all over. It helps to have a juicy one. This is one of my new Versamarks. It's just a clear ink that remains nice and sticky, and it's great for that embossing powder to stick onto it. I go over it a few times just to make sure I've covered all the areas. Going to go in with the embossing powder. This is in the copper, but you can obviously do whatever colour you want. Tend to shake on the whole bottle. sometimes. Okay. There you go, you can see that that's covered the frame. So I'll come back to you when this is all heat embossed and ready, and then I'm going to show you the next stage. And this is the copper frame. Now on the other side, I did forget to mention, is very vanilla. So if you didn't want to use the Whisper White side, there is a very vanilla side. Sometimes you might need to put this underneath something heavy, because it starts curling up a little bit from the heat. Now the other aspect I just want to add to the card is to also do some heat embossing on my sentiment. So I'm going to go in on my Versamark page again, and I'm just going to, with a jiggly movement, tap the top half of my sentiment, and then again with the bottom half. Now I didn't want a really straight line across. I'm hoping this will give me a bit of dimension and a bit of movement on my sentiment, rather than having a straight line dead across the sentiment. Has it worked? That's not bad, because it's a new Versamark. It is going to give you a bit more of a straight line. Okay, and again we're going to heat emboss this, and then we're going to, compile the card together. I use my pokey tool, or that you can use anything just to help you hold down the piece of paper when you're heating that, so you don't get your fingers burnt. So hopefully you can see there, it gives it like an ombre effect without there being really straight lines. You get a little bit of embossing powder going up the sentiment. So we're going to stick this together with some Tombow glue, and then remember we've got the adhesive on the back of that, which will then sit into the card like so. So I won't bore you with the gluing, and I'll come back to you when this is done. So when you're ready, just peel off the backing from the sentiment, and then we can just mount that into the middle of the frame. And that's all ready to stick down. So there you go. Go and explore some embossing with that gorgeous laser designer series paper. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. Do subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of videos for you to watch, and give me a thumbs up if you've liked this one. Comment below, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and hope you have a good day. Thank you very much. Bye.